What attracted you to UESI ministry initially? What attracted me to UESI initially was the systematic approach it adopted and practiced in the ministry. My first encounter with UESI folks was back in the year 2003 at UESI Northeast AGM. Back then, I was a student but wasn't an EU member. But everyone was so welcoming and so kind. I was impressed by their passion for the ministry, for the expansion of God's kingdom. I was totally sold on the idea of becoming a EU myself. It was infectious. Can you briefly share your story of transformation? I was an engineering college dropout, humiliated and dejected, having wasted several years and parents' hard-earned money. I'd lost any trace of zest for life. Then I joined another college, very determined to lay low, not to associate with any group, and to finish the academic course, to somehow obtain a bachelor's degree. But in that college, Bachunga University College, I was invited by the EU leaders to join their services, which I declined initially. But they won't stop inviting me and befriending me. Finally, when I joined them, the miserable life I'd been living began to change, and I found peace and joy and meaning in Jesus Christ. How God used UESI to strengthen your personal walk with God. UESI's insistence on personal holiness and testimony, its rigorous exposition of the truth, biblical truth, and uncompromising adoption of spiritual disciplines in our daily lives have given me strength. Besides, the vast network of brothers and sisters across India who are always there for me has given me much comfort in my pilgrimage. Apart from spiritual lessons, what are some other things you learned through U Fellowship as a student or as a graduate? UESI ministry has made me learn several lessons to enrich my life. My personality improved exponentially. My otherwise reserved nature began to open up, and crucially, the wall of my low self-esteem was torn down. My English language skill improved significantly in terms of speaking and writing. UESI also taught me how to be part of a leadership team, how to foster teamwork. I'm happy to learn of the many beautiful cultures of India through this UESI ministry, and to work with brothers and sisters across the length and breadth of this nation, which instills in me a broader outlook. Challenges you have faced as a graduate. Scheduling conflict do happen every now and then. That's my biggest challenge. I have several assignments at church and in my profession as a teacher in a college, which eats up a large chunk of my time. I pray so hard I will not fall sick, so I could take care of the works entrusted to me from various corners. I also make sure emphatically that I put the UESI-related work in my priority list at all times. What would be your personal message on this special occasion to the UESI constituency? To those who are drifting away from UESI, if any point in time you have benefited from this humble ministry, think of the joy you felt, the liberation at that moment. God can use you as an instrument today to replicate such hope to a wandering or hurting soul. Your presence and investment can bring back a lost student or a graduate. To those who are laboring so hard, even to the point of exhaustion through trials and tribulations, threats and terror, or when it feels like your persistence is not rewarded, please keep marching on. As Galatians 6:9 says, let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up.